Marvel Studios boss Kevin Feige confirmed that Black Panther 3 is officially happening in the MCU, thanks to a little spoiler slip from Denzel Washington. According to Deadline, Nate Moore, Marvel's VP of Production and Development, is set to leave the studio in 2025 but plans to finish work on Black Panther 3 before he goes. Nate Moore shared how much Marvel Studios shaped his career, saying, "Almost everything I know about producing comes from my time at Marvel. I've been lucky to work with such a passionate team of filmmakers, storytellers, and incredible cast and crew." He's also excited to dive back into Wakanda for Black Panther 3 before moving on to tackle films across all genres. Kevin Feige and Marvel co-president Louis D'Esposito gave him a heartfelt shout-out too. Feige said, "Nate's been an amazing part of our team since 2010. His impact on our stories will last, and while we'll really miss him, we're excited to see what he does next. Plus, we're lucky to team up with him again for Black Panther 3. Gladiator 2 star Denzel Washington revealed back in November, mentioning that Marvel was already working on Black Panther 3. He even revealed that Ryan Coogler, the director of Black Panther and Wakanda Forever, was writing a role for him in the new film. On top of that, there's some buzz going around that Will Smith might also be part of the upcoming movie. Not much was said about Black Panther 3 after Washington's slip until Feige's low-key confirmation. It's likely we won't hear many more details for a while. The original Black Panther, Chadwick Boseman, left an unforgettable legacy in the MCU before his passing in 2020. Black Panther Wakanda Forever paid a heartfelt tribute to Boseman and T'Challa, addressing the character's death within the story. The mantle was passed to T'Challa's sister Shuri, played by Letitia Wright, who is expected to carry the story forward in the third film. On top of that, an animated Disney Plus series, Eyes of Wakanda, is on the way, which might set up some storylines for the next movie. And speaking of setups, Wakanda Forever dropped some major hints about Black Panther 3's villain, Dr. Doom. But don't worry, it's not RDJ's version, so scratch that idea. A different actor will likely take the Latverian ruler's role in Black Panther 3. While Wakanda Forever didn't introduce Doom outright, the film dropped some big hints about his potential debut as the next movie's villain. In the comics, Doom isn't just a Fantastic Four nemesis or Reed Richards' rival. He's also had some serious run-ins with Wakanda and its Black Panthers. Wakanda Forever subtly nods to this history and sets the stage for Doom to emerge as the big bad. With Black Panther 3 now confirmed, the groundwork laid in Wakanda Forever opens up a ton of narrative possibilities. Doom's connection to vibranium and the geopolitical ripple effects from its scarcity could play a huge role. Add in nods to the Doom War storyline and the introduction of Riri Williams' Ironheart, and it's easy to imagine Doom leading an invasion of Wakanda in the MCU. Whether or not this pans out, it's clear the seeds for an epic showdown have been planted. One of the first big hints about Dr. Doom in Wakanda Forever comes from the introduction of the Midnight Angel armor. Designed by Princess Shuri, the armor is inspired by the 2016 Black Panthers comics by Ta-Nehisi Coates. But its Midnight Angel's codename actually goes back to the 2010 Doom War storyline by Jonathan Maberry and Scott Eaton. In the comics, the Midnight Angels were an elite Black Ops squad of the Dora Milaje, formed by King T'Challa himself. Their debut mission? Taking down Dr. Doom during his invasion of Wakanda for vibranium. In Wakanda Forever, we see Aneka and General Okoye rocking the armor during the final battle against Namor and Talokan. It's hard to imagine these impressive suits not making a return, especially if Wakanda faces off against Doom in Black Panther 3. If Doom does lead an invasion with his army of Doombots, deploying the Midnight Angels would be a perfect callback to the comics. Either way, these suits are way too cool to be a one and done. Another big setup in Wakanda Forever is Namor's prediction that more nations will come after Wakanda. After Shuri defeated Namor and the two nations agreed to a truce, Namora wasn't happy about Kukulkan surrendering. But Namor justified it by saying that when Wakanda inevitably faces new threats, Talokan will be seen as a vital ally, boosting their influence and power. This opens the door for Dr. Doom and Latveria to step in as one of those nations targeting Wakanda. It's easy to imagine Doom biding his time, waiting for the perfect moment to strike and claim vibranium, one of the world's most valuable resources. With that in mind, Black Panther 3 could feature an epic showdown, potentially bringing Wakanda, Talokan, and Latveria to a three-way war. The stakes would be massive, and it feels like Doom is perfectly positioned to lead the charge. Vibranium could be a game-changer for Doctor Doom if he gets his hands on it. In the comics, Vibranium isn't just valued for its durability and high-tech applications, it also has supernatural properties, making it a key reason for Doom's invasion of Wakanda in Doom War. Doom's strength in the Marvel Universe comes from his dual expertise in science and magic. He's a brilliant inventor, on par with Mr. Fantastic, and a powerful sorcerer capable of taking on Doctor Strange. With Vibranium, Doom could combine these skills in devastating ways, making him an ideal villain for Black Panther 3. Wakanda Forever already hinted at a global hunger for Vibranium, setting the stage for a new arms race, much like the rush for Super Soldier Serum in earlier MCU phases. If Latveria decides to challenge Wakanda for its Vibranium, Doom could emerge as a major threat, leading to an intense showdown. It's easy to see how this would raise the stakes for both Wakanda and the MCU as a whole. Besides Doctor Doom, I want to talk about a character who seems almost certain to show up in the third movie, M'Baku. The way Wakanda Forever wrapped up his story is a great sign for the future of Wakanda and Black Panther 3. After the war with Namor and Talokan, Shuri becomes Wakanda's new Black Panther, taking on the role of protector. However, her absence from the Warrior Falls ceremony shows she's not stepping up to be the new ruler. At the end of Wakanda Forever, Wakanda expected Shuri to show up at Warrior Falls to defend her right to the throne, just like her brother T'Challa did in the first movie. Even though the throne technically belonged to her after Queen Ramonda's death, Shuri would have had to face challengers. But when she doesn't show up, it leaves the door open for M'Baku to claim the throne. This actually works out well, because M'Baku has grown into an important ally, and he's a strong leader who can hold things down until T'Challa's son, revealed in the post-credits scene, is old enough to take charge. M'Baku's challenge for the throne makes a lot of sense, especially after everything that's happened in Black Panther and Wakanda Forever. By the end of the first movie, M'Baku and the Jabari tribe became crucial allies to Wakanda, fighting with T'Challa against Killmonger and later supporting the Avengers in Infinity War and Endgame. In Wakanda Forever, we learn that M'Baku promised the late T'Challa that he would protect and advise Princess Shuri, and he sticks to that vow in the sequel. Shuri's choice to skip the Warrior Falls ceremony suggests she's giving M'Baku the go-ahead to take the throne. When M'Baku shows up in the Royal Talon Fighter and announces Shuri's absence, it seems clear they discussed this beforehand, and Shuri gave him her blessing. M'Baku's rise to the throne feels earned, especially since he's now actively involved in the future of Wakanda, not just a distant figure in the mountains like before. His willingness to change and build new alliances for the good of Wakanda makes him a strong candidate for king. As for Prince T'Challa, it seems there's no rush for him to take the throne just yet. M'Baku ruling means Toussaint, T'Challa's son, has time to grow up and understand his father's legacy. By the time Black Panther 3 comes around, he could be ready to step into the role of king, or Black Panther, or both. It might take a time jump since he's only 6, but when the time is right, it could be Prince T'Challa's turn to claim the throne, with M'Baku and Shuri guiding Wakanda in the meantime. Well, that's all for this video. Let me know what you think in the comments section below. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more updates on this and other exciting upcoming movies. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.